Watch this. A piece of chrome so rusted and pitted it looks like it came off a sunken ship. Now watch what happens when I take this one crumpled piece of kitchen trash, dip it in plain tap water, and rub it across that surface for 10 seconds. The rust disappears. Not fades, not lightens. Disappears. The chrome underneath is a flawless, mirror-finish reflection staring back at you like it just rolled off the factory floor. No power tools, no chemicals, no buffing machine. 10 seconds and a piece of trash you were about to throw away. And that right there is why a multi-billion-dollar industry has spent decades making absolutely sure you never stumble across this. Because the second you see what I just showed you, you will never spend another dollar on their products again. Welcome to the buried blueprint. I'm going to show you exactly what just happened, why it works on a level most people can't explain, and how you can do this yourself in the next 5 minutes on any rusted chrome in your home, your car, or your garage. If you've ever paid a detailing shop to restore chrome, or spent good money on a bottle of chrome polish, what I'm about to tell you is going to make you furious, and it should. If this is the kind of truth you want more of, hit subscribe and ring that bell right now. Because the information this channel puts out, the industry actively works to bury it. Every subscriber we gain is one more person they can't keep in the dark. Now let's talk about the scam first. Because before I give you the secret, you need to understand the machine that's been hiding it from you. Walk into any auto parts store. Go to the chrome and metal care aisle. What do you see? Rows and rows of branded bottles, $25, $30, some of them closer to $40. They have aggressive names, military-grade language. Before and after photos on the packaging that look incredible, and the instructions tell you to apply generously, scrub vigorously, buff to a high shine, and repeat as needed. Repeat as needed. Those 3 words right there are the entire business model. Because here is the dirty truth about what is inside every single one of those bottles. Abrasives. That's it. They are selling you a suspension of microscopic grit particles in a chemical solvent. When you scrub that paste onto your chrome, you are physically grinding the surface down. You are removing the rust, yes. But you are also removing the chrome itself, micron by micron, layer by layer. The chrome plating on your bumper, your exhaust, your faucet, your motorcycle parts is not thick. It is an incredibly thin, electroplated coating over steel or iron. And every time you take their paste and their buffing pad and you scrub that surface, you are shaving off irreplaceable material. The rust comes back faster the next time. So you buy another bottle, and another, and another. That is not a product. That is a subscription you never agreed to sign up for. The companies that make these products know exactly what they contain. They know exactly what repeated use does to your chrome over time. They know it, and they package it beautifully, and they put it on a shelf, and they charge you $25 for something that will slowly destroy the thing you are trying to protect. And what makes it even worse? The solution that actually works, the one that doesn't scratch, doesn't abrade, doesn't destroy the surface at all, the one that uses pure chemistry to reverse the rust at a molecular level without touching the chrome underneath, costs 5 cents. And it is sitting in your kitchen right now. Before I tell you exactly what it is and walk you through the step-by-step, I need to stop for just a moment because this one piece of information is not even close to the whole story. The auto detailing industry is one scam, but it is one of dozens. The home repair industry, the pest control industry, the water treatment industry, the rust prevention industry. Every single one of them has buried solutions that your grandparents knew, that military engineers used, that Victorian craftsmen built entire careers around, solutions that cost almost nothing and cannot be patented, because no corporation can put a trademark on chemistry that has existed for over a century. We have been documenting these solutions, verifying them, compiling them, and we put them all in one place. The complete buried blueprint vault. It is in the description below this video. Dozens of classified home, survival, and DIY guides covering everything from wood rot to mold to energy loss to water damage. Real solutions that cost under $5 and work better than the industrial products they replaced. Go check the link in the description. Download it, use it, give it to people you care about. But stay right here, because exactly how you apply this changes everything. The technique matters. And if you do it wrong, you will not get the result I showed you at the beginning. So pay close attention. Here is the part that will make you angry. The solution is aluminum foil, regular ordinary aluminum kitchen foil. The kind that costs $1.50 for a roll at any grocery store. The kind you probably have in a drawer 10 feet away from where you are sitting right now. A 5-cent piece of it, water from your tap. That is the entire supply list. And the reason this works is not because aluminum is harder than rust and scratches it off. That is what they want you to think. That is why they keep pointing you toward abrasive pastes and aggressive scrubbing. The reason this works is pure electrochemistry. And once you understand the science, you will understand why it is not just equal to their products. It is fundamentally superior. Here is what is actually happening when you rub wet aluminum foil against rusted chrome. Rust is iron oxide. When steel or iron corrodes, oxygen atoms bind to the iron atoms in a chemical marriage. That compound, iron oxide, is what you see as the brown, pitted, flaking surface on your chrome. The chrome plating itself is not rusted. The steel underneath has begun to oxidize and pushed through the chrome layer at its weakest points. What you need is not something that grinds off the surface. What you need is something that breaks that chemical bond and steals the oxygen away from the iron. Aluminum does exactly that. This is called a galvanic reaction, and it is one of the most fundamental principles in electrochemistry. Aluminum sits higher on the anodic index than iron. In simple terms, aluminum has a stronger chemical desire for oxygen than iron does. When you introduce water as an electrolyte, water allows electrons to move, and you bring aluminum into contact with iron oxide. The aluminum literally reaches in at a molecular level and pulls the oxygen atoms away from the iron. The rust does not get scraped off. It chemically transforms back into bare metal. The iron is restored. The bond is broken. The oxygen transfers to the aluminum, forming aluminum oxide, which happens to be an incredibly fine, incredibly soft polishing compound. Softer than chrome, softer than the plating. So as this chemical transfer happens, the aluminum oxide that forms in real time acts as a self-generating ultrafine polish that buffs the surface it just chemically restored. You are not scratching the chrome. You are not abrading it. You are watching a controlled electron transfer happen in the palm of your hand. And the dark gray liquid that forms on the surface as you work is not dirt. That is the reaction itself. That is chemistry happening in real time. No bottle of $25 chrome polish can do what that 5-cent piece of foil just did, because polish works mechanically, foil works chemically. One removes material, the other restores it. But watch closely what happens next, because the technique is where most people get it wrong. Here is the exact process. Step 1. Tear off a piece of standard aluminum kitchen foil. It does not need to be large. Roughly 3 to 4 inches square is plenty. Do not use heavy-duty foil. The extra thickness works against you here. Standard gauge foil is what you need. The thinner material conforms to the surface better and generates the reaction more efficiently. Step 2. Crumple it loosely. Do not crush it into a tight, dense ball. You want a loose crumple that gives you a slightly textured surface with some give to it. Think of it like a soft, irregular pad. That texture is what distributes the reaction evenly. Step 3. Dip the crumpled foil in plain tap water, not distilled water, not mineral water. Tap water is ideal because the dissolved minerals in tap water actually improve its conductivity as an electrolyte, which means the galvanic reaction happens faster. If you want to accelerate the process even further, use cola instead of water. The phosphoric acid in cola acts as an additional rust solvent while the water component still provides the electrolyte. Either works. Tap water alone is completely sufficient. Step 4. Apply gentle, circular pressure directly over the rusted area. Do not scrub hard. Do not press like you are trying to force the rust off. Gentle circular motion. The chemistry is doing the work, not your arm. You are just maintaining contact and keeping the reaction moving. Within 5 to 10 seconds, you will see the dark gray liquid beginning to form. That is your confirmation that the reaction is active and working. Step 5. Continue rubbing gently for 15 to 20 seconds per section. If you are working on a larger, rusted area, work in small sections. Finish one area completely before moving to the next. Step 6. Wipe the area with a clean microfiber cloth, dry microfiber, not paper towels, which can leave fine scratches on fresh chrome, not a cotton rag, which drags particles. Microfiber picks up the aluminum oxide residue cleanly and leaves the surface completely bare. What you will see underneath is a restored, reflective chrome surface. Now here is an important safety note. This process is completely non-toxic. There are no harsh chemical fumes, no acid splashes, no hazardous waste. You can do this with bare hands. The aluminum oxide paste that forms is the same compound used in food-grade polishing applications. That said, if you are working on a painted surface near the chrome, keep the foil on the chrome only. The mechanical action of the foil on automotive paint, even gentle pressure, can leave micro scratches on clear coat. Tape off the painted edges if you need to work near a transition line. On chrome and bare metal only, you are completely safe. One more thing. Do not use this on chrome that has been treated with a sealant or a wax coating within the last few weeks. The water will bead on a wax surface and the reaction will not initiate properly. If the chrome has been recently sealed, clean it first with isopropyl alcohol to strip the wax, let it dry, and then proceed. On untreated, uncoated, naturally oxidized chrome, this works instantly every time. The detailing industry doesn't want you to know this next part. The average professional chrome restoration at a detailing shop runs between $150 and $400, depending on the severity of the oxidation and the number of pieces being restored. A full motorcycle exhaust set, closer to $300. Vintage car bumpers, $400 and up. Bathroom fixtures that a plumber needs to remove and reinstall, you are looking at a full day of labor on top of the material cost. They will hand those fixtures back to you buffed and polished using the same abrasive paste you can buy off the shelf on a machine that costs them more than the job does. And they will tell you to bring it back in 6 months when the rust reappears. Because it will reappear. Because abrasives do not solve the electrochemical problem. They sand over it. You just learned how to solve the actual problem. For free, with something you were going to throw in the garbage. That is the whole story. A 5-cent piece of kitchen foil, tap water, 15 seconds, and a clean cloth against a $400 detailing bill. Against a $25 bottle of product that is slowly destroying your chrome every time you use it, the industry built an entire market around a problem they never intended to solve. They intended to manage it, expensively, repeatedly, forever. You now know the actual solution, and that knowledge cannot be taken back. If this video protected your money and your property today, do something with that. Hit subscribe. Share this video with someone who owns a car, a motorcycle, a boat, a classic restoration project, anyone who has ever looked at rusted chrome and felt that sinking feeling. You just gave them back hundreds of dollars. The industry prays you keep this to yourself. Don't, and leave a comment below. Tell me what you used it on. Bumper, exhaust, bathroom fixtures, vintage trim. I want to hear the results. This community runs on real results from real people, and every comment you leave is one more data point the detailing industry cannot erase. The complete buried blueprint vault is in the description. Everything we have ever documented, every solution, every formula, every trick, if they buried, because it worked too well to be profitable, it is all there. Go get it. The next blueprint opens soon, and what's inside is even